We're joined by the Sun's Cabinet, Dr. Bhasha Mukherjee, our Health Secretary, Grant Davies, our Transport Secretary, and Hugh Andre, our Defence Secretary. So, Dr. Bhasha, you have a question for the Prime Minister. What do you make of his performance there?
I mean, you didn't let him speak.
Oh, look at this, ganging up already. Did you stitch that up?
So I have a question for you, Prime Minister.
Go for it, Doctor.
You have suggested that the increasing waiting lists are because of industrial action. And if that's been the case, then why are we still here where 16% of junior doctors have yet again polled to strike, and the government continues to spend taxpayer money, double the amount that it would take to just resolve this issue? Why are we still here?
So first of all, thanks for everything that you do. And you're a GP, is that right? Yep, very good, like my dad. And healthcare is really important to me. The NHS is really important to me because that's a family that I grew up in. And I wanted to make sure we put more money into it and supported it, which we've done. So there's record funding going in. And it's been difficult and frustrating not to have been able to resolve the industrial action with some of your colleagues. The good news is we resolved it with everyone, apart from the junior doctors, starting with the nurses. So now actually, whether it's the nurses, physiotherapists, everyone else in the Agenda for Change, million work and
extra. Though, is it?
Well, no, and the consultants now.
The consultants actually didn't accept the pay that you.
And they have just recommended the latest offer to their members. So they have done that now, the committee.
But the members didn't agree to it.
But they're currently looking at the new offer that the committee have again recommended to their members. So now it's only the junior doctors, which is disappointing.
Well, the Royal College of Nursing didn't accept the pay that was offered to them either. They're not striking, that's beside the point, but they didn't accept the pay.
But the Agenda for Change workforce did, so which is a million strong. And look, these things are always a balance. So there's record money going on, but we've got to do things that are fair, that are sustainable. And we took the recommendations and advice of the independent bodies. So it's not the government, we've got independent bodies that make a recommendation. We accepted those in full. And actually the junior doctors had an average increase of around 10%, which was higher than anyone else in the public sector, higher than the nurses. And then we went beyond that and they still said no, which is frustrating. Because I look like you, I want to see people get the care they need. So actually the last few months, as we were talking about with Harry, we've seen progress. So the last 4 months, the waiting lists have come down over 4 months, which is really positive, shows that we can make progress on this, particularly when we don't have industrial action. You saw a really big decline. And we're doing some other things too. So you're going to be a GP. My mum was a pharmacist as well. We're making it much easier for people to get some of the treatments they need from their pharmacist. So for sore throats, sinusitis, ear infections, now you don't have to go and see your GP because you guys are busy and lots to do. You can actually just go and see your pharmacist direct, get the medicines you need. That will ease pressures on GPs and make it that much easier for people to get the care they need.
But the GPs are now thinking about, 75% of GPs are now thinking about going into strike as well. They're not happy with the amount of pressure that is put on them, considering that the whole NHS budget, they only get 8% of the pie. So you've got, your dad was a GP, so you must know all about this. And the pressures are mounting up on GPs. And what do you say to that?
Well, actually, that's why I think this pharmacy first that we're doing is actually a really practical, positive thing that will ease some of that pressure on GPs and be great for patients. Because I saw both, because my mum being a pharmacist, my dad being a doctor. And pharmacists now are so well trained, they're very well trusted by their local community. And I'm sure you all know your pharmacists, your local pharmacists. And as I said, for those common ailments, sore throats, ear infections, sinusitis and other things, you won't have to get at that 8 a.m. scramble on the Monday. You can just go to your pharmacist. You won't have to take time off work, things like that, especially if you have young kids. They'll be able to give you the antibiotics that you need for you or your kids. And I think that's a really positive thing that will help people, but also ease some of the pressure on GPs as well.